the final day of the National Skills Competition's special broadcast. That is the Skills Update program. I'm Ilago Shitatala, and it is indeed a pleasure to be in your company. Well, as I have indicated, today is the final day of the competition, and most competitors wrapped up matters yesterday. We still have some that are busy on the competition floor, and they are putting on the final touches to wrap up competition day 4 today and wait for the results tomorrow. We still have Selima Hannock on the competition floor to bring us the details from there. We will also be bringing you our usual skills talk segment, where we are engaging various stakeholders who have made this event possible. We also have our all other matters pertaining to the national skills that are coming up on our program, that it will include the highlights from the conference and all the other events that have been taking place here in conjunction with the competition at the National Skills. So please stay tuned. We are now going on to the competition floor, where Selima is on standby at the Joinery skill set, where craftsmanship, precision and time pressure are all coming together in the last challenge. She is there engaging an expert on how competition has been faring leading up to today's last competition day. It's over to you, Selima.
Well, Elago, it is the last day of the competition, and as you can see, we are at the competition area of Joinery. It's dust all over, and the competitors are hard at work to make sure that they complete their task, as today is the last day of the competition. Now, just to give us a brief on how the competitors have been performing, I am joined, that is by Elnestu Shimwe Feleni, just to give us a brief on how the competitors have been performing throughout the competition that started on Tuesday. Welcome, and just tell us a brief about how the competitors have been performing.
All right, thank you very much, Selma. We started actually a little bit late due to some logistical challenges, but the competition kicked off very well. The competitors have given this task their 100%. They've given it all, and we are very happy there has not been any injuries, any accidents. And so far, the level of skill that was displayed here, we are very happy with it. It's of the highest. It's very excellent skills that have been shown here. And we are looking forward actually to conclude the competition today at 1, so that we can start the assessment process and eventually reward the successful competitor who has displayed the most excellent skills. But all of them, we are proud of them. They have actually shown a lot of heart, a lot of courage in coming so far. Yes.
What will you say is the importance of this trade of joinery?
Come again?
The importance of the trade.
Of the?
Of the trade.
Well, I mean, everything almost that is in a household, from furniture, from storage cabinets, the whole kitchen, a joiner is involved there. So the trade of joinery is quite important in every Namibian's life, because you get to interact with a product that a joiner has made. The bed that we use, the tables, the chairs, the kitchen. So all that is made by a joiner. So I can say the trade is quite important. Yeah.
We also see that you have an inmate here at your competition area who's also participating in this competition. Perhaps just give us a brief on how he has been performing.
Yeah, so we have the gentleman there who's from the Namibia Correctional Facilities and inmate. And comparing to the other competitors, he's quite experienced from the work that he's been doing. It's just the speed is a little bit slow, but the quality of work is quite exceptional. Yes.
Now, for young people that want to go into this trade, what advice do you have for them in terms of them just wanting to study it and perhaps also just making it a career?
Well, it's one of the rewarding careers and trades because you get to be innovative with wood. You get to create things that other human beings can interact with. Yeah, people create softwares, people create drawings that are hidden, but as a joiner, you get to create something that people interact with every day. You can imagine it, draw it, and create it. So you can get that innovation out of you and, you know, contribute or bring quality to another person's life. So it's really a good trade for a Namibian child out there who's thinking about it. Don't even think twice and enroll and come and learn. Yeah.
Today is the last day of the competition. How will you describe the success of the National Skills Competition and the importance of it?
Well, from the joiners skills area, we can say the success has been good. All that we have planned actually went well according to plan. And for me, the importance of this National Skills Competition, it not only markets the TVET sector, but also proves to the people out there that this is an equally important trade. We get to show our skills, we get to show what we are capable of, we get to sensitize the public out there that besides other trades, there's also joinery. You know, so for me, that this platform is really important in highlighting that. Yes.
Mr. Shimwe Feleni, thank you so much for making time to speak to us.
Thank you, Selma. Thank you, NBC.
That was the chief expert, that is Joinery, giving us a brief on how the competitors have been performing these couple of days. Today is the last day, and they are indeed hard at work. Elago, back to you.
I'm definitely seeing that, Selima, that they are indeed hard at work. And also, given that there is an inmate in that skill set, just like others, shows that the National Skills is really here for inclusivity. There's no discrimination at this level of competition at all. We will still be crossing over to Selima on the competition floor later to find out what else is happening in all the other skill sets. We'll be back.
Hello, my name is Sandin Dapuanda Papawa Hamala. This is Joinery, and we are here at the National Skills Competition, and we are gonna go look around and see what we find interesting.
This is Reba High Institute of Technology, and we are based in Walvis Bay. Our head office being in Windhoek. We have a branch in Chivarongo, Ondangwa, Ongwediva, and Oshatate. So we have different faculty. We have a faculty of business in public administration. We have a school of hospitality. We have faculty of engineering. We also have a faculty of liberty in education. So with our courses, they are fully accredited by NTA, and Namibian Education Authority, which is NQA.
So this is Atlantic Training Institution. We are based in the north of Shikati and in all right. So we started off as a health and social service institute, but then as the years went by, we also ventured in vocational training. You know, we offer courses like basic paramedic, nursing, enrolled nursing. We also have occupational health and safety. Yes, we also provide short courses. Yes. What type of short courses? The short courses we offer first aid, which you can see here. We offer first aid which was our very first class, which was first aid, class A. We also have occupational health and safety, basic firefighting, working at heights, and we also have a combo for companies. Yes, those are our short courses. We had so much fun. I feel like we learned a lot from this experience. Sandy? Very enjoyable. Really enjoyed. I learned a lot. Saw new things. Understood new things. Yes. All right. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you so much for staying tuned here on Skills Update. Now, when we last spoke to Selima, she was at the Joinery skill set, and I understand that she has now moved over to restaurant services where professionalism and customer care is being tested. Selima, what's happening on that front?
Elago at the restaurant services, it's some serious faces here in terms of serving, and the competitors are trying to be so into details with what they are doing, with the tasks that they have been given. Now we are joined by the workshop manager, Ms. Lydia Sinvula, just to give us a brief on some how the competitors have been performing, and also just seeing how they are busy in the background and being so serious. I don't even want to go close to the tables. Just give us a brief on how your competitors have been performing.
Thank you very much for giving the opportunity. My name is Lydia Simvula, the Restaurant Services Workshop Manager. So far, we are on day 4 with the competition. For the past 3 days, the competition went well. We don't have any complaints. We never had anybody who gets sick. So far, so good. We are on the last module. Let's hope by 4 we are already done with the last module so that we can do a countdown also, like any other trade area, because that is a norm of WorldSkills, international plus locally. I'm one of the experts who was appointed to go to United Arab of Emirates as an expert with one of our competitors who scooped up a gold medal of best of all nations. Currently now that competitor, she's behind there, where she's our qualified chef who is busy cooking for restaurant services. So we talk out of experience that I tested and then I was there. Yes.
What is the last task that they are having for today, looking at the fact that today is the last day of the competition?
Okay, thank you very much for the question. The last today's task is fine dining, where they are going to do 4-course meal. And then as you can see, they are busy sitting on their tables. It's only that I cannot go and disturb them. Otherwise, I could explain for you the type of cutlery they've decided to put on the tables. Why are they having 4 glasses on the tables? So all of that I could be able to explain, but basically we cannot go and disturb the competitors. Yes.
Ms. Invula, usually when we go to restaurants, we just sit and order and eat. We don't really pay attention to the details of how we are being served. I think from now on, when I go to a restaurant, I'm really going to pay attention to that. What will you say is the importance of this trade?
The importance of this trade, it's all about customer service, because we've been observing customer service somehow, somewhere, it's going down in our country. So let the industry and training work hand in hand so that we can speak the same language. What we are happening is I'm a trainer by profession at Nakaele VTC, where I do hospitality, and then I'm training food and beverage level 3. And these students, when they are done, like for a year, they have to go for another year in the industry where they are going to partake in the same activity. So now the industry and training, if you don't speak the same language, you are going to see that we are going to contradict each other. The training is saying this, the industry is saying this, but now we are on the same pair. Even when it comes to development of our curriculum, we come together with the industry. All different aspects from different fields, we come together because we need to give each other inputs and ideas to see how can we meet each other halfway. Yes.
And also, just today being the last day of the National Skills Competition, and it's not your first time being at the National Skills Competition, how will you define it, and also just the importance of the skills competition?
Thank you very much again. The skills competition is going, each and every year we are going up. So we are learning from our own mistakes. If we did a mistake in 2023, this year in 2025, we need to get rid of that mistake which we have done. And then the winners who's gonna win here, so all the way to Shanghai, that's where we are heading to. So we hope for the best. Whoever wins, wins. Whoever loses, loses. But there are still winners to all of us. Because some of this, the competitors here, they came from the secondary schools where they are doing home ecology. So it means somehow, somewhere, including the ministry, we must start interacting when it comes to curriculums, because you can see the difference between vocationals and the secondary schools. So now we need to sit together as a team, and then we start pairing this as long as they are part of us during the competition. Otherwise, it will be so much a difference when it comes to equipments. We have got equipment, they don't have equipment. They'll just come and see this equipment on board, which is very difficult for them to understand. Thank you.
And just maybe a word of encouragement to your competitors before we let you go.
I'm encouraging all the competitors, even if you don't know what you're expected to do. In competition, we believe, I was taught before when I went abroad, I was told by the other experts before I became a guru that even if you need to serve water on your plate, you rather do it. So it means in this situation, even if you are confused, just put whatever you can put for you to get the marks. That is what is important than you to give up. In the competition, here, we are not saying it's a competition, we rather say it's fun. We are busy making fun. So if you are doing it for fun, at the end of the day, you are going to win. But if you are doing it for a competition for you to win, you end up losing. So that is a advice which I can give them. Yes.
Thank you so much for making time to talk to us.
Thank you.
Walelago, Ms. Lydia Sinvula, the workshop manager at Restaurants and Services, giving us a brief on how the competitors have been performing, and also just today being the last day, they are hard at work, making sure that they complete the task that they were given. Elago, back to you.
Thank you, Selima. What I am noticing, though, from that skills trait is that there are some very fairly young faces that are participating or competing in that skill set of restaurant services. And I must say, it probably is because some of them are high school learners and students from the Eros School in Windhoek, Eros Girls School in Windhoek, really just making sure that they are also here, making their mark and participating in this TVET competition. We will still be catching up with Selima from the competition floor a little later. Please stay tuned.
My name is Bevan Kavwanwa. I am from Onawa Secondary School and I am from Omusati region.
My name is Thomas Shupulo. I'm a third year informatics student at NASH. I'm taking part in the National Skills Competition under web technology.
My journey getting to Swakopmund was actually very spontaneous. I was at home when people were being selected, but my school believed in my ability to come and design websites as we're doing so they signed me up, and when I came back I dominated, and here I am today. Nowadays people would say that the skill of web design is very irrelevant due to the fact that we now have artificial intelligence that could generate it in seconds.
Nowadays most people want to rely more on AI, which is kind of a bad thing. Web technologies are like languages that we use to create websites. For example, here we are currently using HTML, CSS, PHP and JavaScript for the competition.
The competitors and competing against each other. It's actually a great experience getting to see the cultural values of different people, because we have people from all over the country. People from Onawa, people from NAS, people from College of the Arts. You get to see different aspects and perspectives of different people. It also allows us to be more innovative, because now we don't only have our perspective, we can also get the perspective of others, allowing us to have broader minds.
I've talked to most of them. They are great competitors. It's not only about, because there are some tasks that we have to work together, so it's like you get to work with new people.
And this is a great platform, and it really shows Namibia's commitment towards not only the youth, but also the development of technical skills in the country. And I really love to see this initiative to be pushed forward further in the future.
I encourage a lot of young people to take part in this type of events because you get to work with industry experts and gain experiences, and you have a little bit of fun there.
We are back in studio now, and it's time for our skills talk segment where we are engaging various individuals that are playing a critical role in ensuring that these national skills are taking place successfully so here in Swakopmund this time around. Now I am joined by Lina Ndengu, who is the manager for marketing and corporate communications at the Namibia Qualifications Authority, shortened NQA. They are part of this national skills as an exhibitor this time around, but would just like to find out about their role entirely in the national skills and the importance of their presence here this year. Thank you so much for being here, Ms. Ndengu.
Thank you so much for having me.
Could you please talk to us about the importance that the NQA saw fit to be part of this year's national skills, and what does your role here actually entail?
Actually, I'm very excited that the NQA is here for the first time this year as an exhibitor, because, you know, the norm is that many people think that vocational training qualifications are not accredited. And that is why we're here to also just give them that confidence and surety that we also do accredit vocational training institutions, as well as the qualifications that they offer, all the certificates that they offer, we quality assure as well.
There are 16 skill sets being showcased this year in the competition. Are any of those accredited?
Most of the skills are accredited. The NTA is also a sister organization, authority like the NQA, and in concurrence we basically do the accreditation for these vocational training institutions as well as the qualifications that they offer. And these qualifications through the NTA are also registered on the National Qualifications Framework for Namibia, because we really want to ensure that if a student study for a vocational skill here in Namibia, they will be able to work anywhere in the world, and that qualification is recognized anywhere in the world.
Now, there are also emerging vocational training institutions, sometimes not accredited, and the courses on offer are also not accredited. So what message do you have for the young people out there when they are seeking to, of course, take up a career in skills and go to these institutions for training? How do they then identify the accreditation of an institution? What's the procedure to follow?
You know, Elago, first I would like to really commend the secondary schools in Swakop and Walfish Bay that brought students to our stand, and we were able to share information with them, especially the grade 11s and the AS levels, because they are at that space in their time, where in their life, where they need to apply for higher learning institutions to further their studies. Basically, what we do as NQA, we accredit the higher learning institutions, colleges, training institutions, the vocational trainings, where we look at different aspects of what they have, like the infrastructure, the lecturers, whether they are qualified, the resources that they have. And once we've done that, we accord them accreditation status. But what we also do is we accredit the qualifications that they offer by inviting the subject matter experts in the industry to go to this institution and look at the curriculum. And then once they then recommend that it's relevant to the industry, we then give them that accreditation status. And once we have that list and it's approved by council, we load it on the NQA website. So the accreditation list for Namibia is on our website at www.namqa.org. So we're actually sharing this information so that students can get that from our website, and then they can look at the name of the institution as well as the qualifications that are accredited. We also have been sharing information to say, if you want to go and study outside Namibia, we actually do have the form where you can find out the status of accreditation of an institution, whether they have been accredited or not, and the qualification that they offer. So it's both, basically both the institution and the qualification. I always tell the students, you know, it starts with NQA and it ends with NQA. So once you go and embark on a journey, come to NQA, find out, is it accredited, is a qualification accredited, because after 3-4 years you have to come back to the NQA and find out, can you evaluate my qualification, and then we will then be able to say it's accredited or not. Yeah.
Let's talk about the quality assurance part of the NQA here at the National Skills Competition. Some of the trainees that are participating in the competition that will walk away victorious could possibly be participating at the International Skills Competition next year in Shanghai. Yes. So the question is, how do we ensure that the standard produced in our skills here can be on the same level to compete internationally?
You know, this is where the National Qualifications Framework, the NQF, comes into play. What we do as a country is each qualifications authority have their framework, which then determines the level descriptors from level 1 to 10 for Namibia, which is up to the PhD level. And this framework allows our quality of education to be on par with international standards. And that is why we put emphasis on make sure that the institution that you are studying from and the qualification is accredited, because then this puts you on par with international standards and you'll be able to use your skills anywhere in the world. That is why it's important that you have to study at an institution that is accredited.
Yeah. Finally, Ms. Ndengu, what has been your experience at the National Skills from a personal level and not just that of the NQA?
You know, it gave me peace of mind to see that the accreditation that we do as NQA on the vocational training has been put to practice, you know, here at the National Skills Competition. And students can really showcase their skills and talent. And it was really an amazing experience. And I just love seeing that the seriousness of how students take this. And I think it was also really a learning experience for them, where you could compete and you can see that, oh, I need to work harder in order to get to the standard where my competitor is. It was really exciting, and I would really want to encourage young people out there. If you have talent or skill in any of these skills, you don't have to be a lawyer just because Elago decided to become a lawyer. You know, if you are passionate about dressing, you know, or hairdressing, or cooking, or joinery, go into that field and become the expert in that field. I mean, the president said she wants a manufacturing Namibia, and the only way we can reach that goal is if we really venture into the vocational training.
Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right. Well, that was a conversation with Lina Ndengu, who is a manager for marketing and corporate communications at the Namibia Qualifications Authority. And she was taking us through their role as an institution here at the National Skills and the importance of the National Skills to the NQA. We still have more lined up. Please stay with us. Well, as promised, we do have Selima still on the competition floor, where she is engaging the workshop experts on how competition has been faring over the week as they are wrapping up matters today. She is now finding herself at the wall and floor tiling skill set to find out how competition has been going and whether it has been a success and when they will be counting down to that final time where the competitors will be calling it quits and just awaiting their results. Selima, it's over to you.
Elago, at this competition area, the wall and floor tiling, the competitors completed their task, that is yesterday. And as you can see in the background, they have completed most of the tasks that they have been given. And we are now joined by the expert here at the competition area to give us a brief on how the competitors have been performing and looking at the fact that they were able to complete their task by yesterday. Welcome, and just tell us a brief on how your competitors have been performing.
Thank you very much. I'm Aristo Kapenda, expert from Enana VTC for wall and floor tiling. I brought 2 competitors. One completed his task on time, and one made mistake with the first task. So, but they all did well. And overall, all the competitors did very well. Yeah.
This is also one of the challenging competitions in terms of wall and floor tiling. Perhaps just how the competitors have been performing and also the importance of the trade.
Okay. Now, as we all know, tiling is not an independent trade. Tiling is part of bricklaying, and I would like to emphasize more on this. Most of the young Namibians, they don't want to embark, or they don't want to take part in bricklaying. I don't know what is happening, so we really need to push and to show that bricklaying is a trade, and we cannot shy away with it. Because now with the registration, we always get few numbers enrolling for bricklaying. Okay, so now in bricklaying you find a lot of things. One of them is tiling. We have bricklaying that is happening that side. And plastering, we don't have plastering right now in this competition, but it's also part of bricklaying and the tiling, and you have also painting. So I just want to tell the young Namibians there that this is part of bricklaying. So they must not just feel that when you do bricklaying, you will only end up building in the sun, like they said, and the money is small. No, the money is not small. It's about your ability to do work and where you want to go. Okay.
You can also be self-employed, right?
Very. Because now with TVET, you don't want to be employed like most of the learners that are engaged with here. They were concerned about how much will you get paid. I said, no, don't worry about how much you get paid. You must worry about how many people am I going to employ and how much I'm going to pay them. Yeah.
So as you can see at the background, there are some tiling places that were completed. Some of them are still not completed. Is it a bit difficult when it comes to calculation and making sure that everything is right in place? Did they find some challenges in that?
When it comes to competition, challenges is always there. You always find challenges. Now this whole project was a 22 hours project. The first day, the wall was 9 hours. The second day, this one in front of us, just the wall, it was 8 hours. And yesterday, with the floor, it was 5 hours. Now, with them, they want to perfect things. That's why they miss out on the time. Yeah. So when it comes to competition, you want things done properly and 100%. But now you can't have them accurate every time because you have to consider time.
For those that want to get into this trade, what advice do you have for them?
The advice is, guys, get your forms, apply at any VTC. Requirements are simple. 20 points, you must have science, you must have English, and you must have mathematics. Apply. Don't shy away. Don't let your peers influence you into something you don't want to do. Come to bricklaying. You will see wonders. You can become, that's just the foundation of becoming a good engineer, because a good engineer is an engineer that knows how and knows why. And TVET, we are concentrating on knowing how. And the why will come when you are an engineer. So that's TVET is a foundation of engineering. So don't shy away. Come, we are waiting for you. Then we'll groom you into better engineers.
Thank you so much for making time to speak to us.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Kapenda, the expert that is at wall and floor tiling, giving us a brief on how the competitors have performed. This is one of the trades that was able to finish earlier And indeed, you can see that there is a lot of talent in Namibia when it comes to the TVET sector. Elago, back to you.
I agree with you, Selima. There is indeed a lot of talent when it comes to the TVET sector, as we are seeing there with the wall and floor tiling. You know, when you think about these sectors, you just assume that you can just pick up a tile and put it on the floor or on the wall. But it seems that there is a lot of precision that goes into it. Thank you very much for that update, Selima. We'll be coming back to you a little later on. If you are just joining us, this is Skills Update. We are continuing with our engagements with the various stakeholders that are making this year's national skills possible. And right now next to me, I am joined by Peneambeko Nakale, who is a communications and stakeholders engagement practitioner at COSDEF. Thank you so much for being here.
Good afternoon, Eva. I'm definitely honored to be here this afternoon.
Yes. So can you please talk to us about the involvement of COSDEF at this year's National Skills? What role are they playing?
Okay, so COSDEF being an institution that governs all the COSDEFs around the country, we are here at this event accompanying our various trainees who are participating in this competition. We have about 20 in various trades, and then of course to also exhibit to those that are visiting the event what we do at COSDEF.
Yeah. For our viewers' sake, could you also then explain the role of COSDEF, what it is that you do?
Okay, like I mentioned, COSDEF is an institution that governs the COSDEFs, and the COSDEFs are vocational training institutions. We also responsible for the COSDEF Art and Craft Center, another vocational training institution that is based here in Swakopmund, and it specializes in the creative industry. So at Art and Craft, we focus on things like leatherwork, fashion technology, geographic designing, whereas at the other centers, which are the COSDEFs, we do more technical trades like your welding and metal fabrication, your solar and equipment installation and maintenance, your plumbing and pipe fitting, joinery and cabinet making. We do bricklaying and plastering, hospitality and tourism, clothing production, and those kind of things.
Yeah. So it goes without saying that an event of this kind is quite important and very, very critical for COSDEF to be part of. So seeing that today is the last day for competition, how would you say your trainees have been performing over the week?
Okay, it is a competition and definitely a tough one, considering that COSDEF trainees, I think this is the first time that we are having so many of them at this kind of national events, but they are definitely pushing. They pushed actually throughout the whole process. We're quite impressed with the energy that they brought to the event, and we are very proud of them. We're looking forward to the announcement of the results, but it is not always about winning, whether we do or not. In this instance, we definitely came, we learned, and that is very important for us.
COSDEF is also, as you mentioned here, as an exhibitor, but there is also an institution under COSDEF, which is COSDEC, that is here, also assisting the national skills greatly. Could you please talk to us about that?
Okay, so our COSDEC that is based in Swakopmund they usually called with their towns, so we call it COSDEF Swakopmund, is one of the sponsors of this very prestigious event that we're at, and our role was really to supply with whatever it is that the committee needed to ensure that the event takes place. That is in terms of what we already have in our workshops, be it a tool or maybe just a small nut or bolt, whatever it was that they could get, chairs, tables, and those are some of the things that we brought. It is very important that we collaborate with the fraternity, because it's a matter of complementing. So what they have we might not have, but what we have they might not have. So we complement each other in the industry, and that is really our role at this event.
During the opening ceremony, the Minister of Education mentioned that the future is TVET. And this is also a message that has been strongly shared by the President of the country, Dr. Nandine Daitwa, who has spoken about the importance of TVET, especially in her dream of Namibia becoming an industrialized country. So what would you say is the importance of the National Skills Competition and its contribution to advancing Namibia's economy from COSDEF side?
Okay, this kind of events are very, very important. We are living in a generation where somehow TVET is being underlooked, and it is high time that we really bring it to the fore, show the people how important this industry is for building the country. At the same event, the governor mentioned that the Namibian house is under construction, and we need the hands, and these are the hands that we need for us to achieve these goals. So that for me is the role of this kind of event, so that young people actually come out, not only those that are competing, but those also that are yet to decide on what to do with their future. They are coming in, and the good part is this was a free entry event, no payment, nothing. So we really saw a lot of young people coming in, even learners from various schools, some from high school, others from primary schools. And when we show them what it is that the TVET entails, they're surprised, because it's not something that is being spoken about a lot. They hear a lot about other careers, doctors, lawyers, and everything else, but not necessarily this.
So what role can we as individuals play in advancing TVET? I ask this question because oftentimes you find that in homes, parents are not encouraging TVET. They are not encouraging skills-based careers. So what role then can society play in also advancing TVET?
Let's have those conversations, whether be it with our children or even your neighbors' kids in our communities, even in church. Let's talk about these things. Let's talk about the various career options that are available for a Namibian child. For COSDEF especially, maybe I should also mention then that the mandate that we have is to ensure that those that have been forgotten by the academic world actually are getting back on the wagon through the vocational training education. So what we do then for us to achieve that mandate is we have courses that we offer that we don't require any minimum points or any minimum qualification, school report or whatever. You just come in. The only thing that we are focusing on is let us give you a skill, that is especially with our short courses. Let us give you a skill that you can now go back home and use to be economic active, whether you want to be self-employed, start your small business in your garage or whatever, or perhaps you can get a job employed by somebody else. So that is where we are at. We want to give everybody an opportunity to join the TVET fraternity. So the moment you come in, you do a short course and you are really interested. Now this short course can help you qualify for the full course. What I mean by the full course is that these are courses that are registered with the National Training Authority and also accredited by NQA. So when you walk out of the COSDEF, whether you did your level 1 with us or you've done it somewhere else, it is an NTA certification. So you are certified nationally. There is really nothing lower or
Right.
lesser about the COSDEF qualifications.
Well, thank you so much for being here, Ms. Nakale. Thank you for your participation in making this national skills possible.
Yes, maybe just one last more thing. We have application forms that are currently open for those that really looking to join the fraternity. Like I just mentioned, we have centers around the country. So if you find yourself in Swakopmund, you're more than welcome to visit us at COSTEC Swakopmund or the Arts and Crafts Center.
Thank
You're
you.
also then welcome to visit us at our Ludret Center, Hobabes, Oshivarongo, Rundu, Tsumeb, Ondangwa, and Opuo.
All right.
So you're more than welcome to visit any of those centers. Our application forms are also available on their website, just in case you just need to print it and either send it physically, either
all
way,
right.
whichever way is more suitable for you.
All right.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you very much for being here. We truly appreciate it. Well, that was Peneyambeko Nakale, who is a communications and stakeholders engagement practitioner at COSDEF, who are here exhibiting, and she's also representing COSDEC Swakopmund, who are also playing a role of sponsorship at this year's National Skills. We still have more coming up. Stay with us. Well, with that, the competition floor has gone quiet. All the marks are given in, and now just the anxiousness of finding out who it is that will walk away victorious. But it is important to note that everyone who participated in this year's competition is the winner, as they are walking away with honing and sharpening their skills. Well, that is it for us from here on our Skills Update program. It was a pleasure being in your company throughout the week, and thank you all very much for keeping with us during this time. We'd also like to thank our friends from Nictus for providing all the beautiful furniture for our set that we had this week. I'd also like to thank my colleague Selima Henok, who has been on the competition floor bringing us all those updates, and the entire team behind the scenes. From myself, Ilago Shitatala, until next time, it's goodbye.